She tried to evict me from my own house. The deed said otherwise. The sheriff's cruiser was parked in my driveway. At first, I thought it was a mistake. Then I saw him walk up to my front door, and tape a bright orange notice across the glass. I stepped out of my car so fast, I didn't even shut the engine off. What is this? I demanded. The sheriff gave me that tired, professional look. Mama, I'm just serving the paperwork. You have 30 days to vacate the property. Vacate the property, my property. And standing just inside the doorway was my husband, Daniel, arms folded, watching, like I was already a stranger. Daniel and I had been separated for 3 months. Tension, yes. Arguments, absolutely. But eviction, that wasn't even on the table. We both own this house, I told the sheriff, my voice shaking. It's marital property. Daniel spoke before the officer could. Not according to the court filing. He sounded calm. Rehearsed. I stared at him. What court filing? He didn't answer me directly. Instead, he said something colder. You'll never survive on your own, Claire. This house was always mine. The words hit harder than the notice, because this house, I bought it 2 years before I ever met him. Down payment from my savings. Mortgage in my name. Deed filed with the county clerk under Claire Bennett, sole owner. I remember the closing day clearly. How was I suddenly an unlawful occupant? That night, I sat in the living room surrounded by furniture I picked out, paint colors I chose, walls I paid to renovate and read the summons. Daniel had filed a claim stating he had substantially financed the property. I had agreed verbally to transfer ownership. He had exclusive equitable interest. I was refusing to vacate. It was a legal contradiction so bold, it almost felt delusional. Unless he had done something to the deed, and that possibility made my stomach drop. The gaslighting didn't start with the eviction. It started months earlier, after our marriage began unraveling. Daniel had always been charming in public. Corporate finance job, confident, smooth, but behind closed doors, control disguised as protection. He insisted on managing our finances, encouraged me to put his name on utility accounts, suggested refinancing to get better rates. I declined the refinance. That's when his tone shifted. You don't trust your own husband? Then came the whispers to friends. She doesn't really contribute. I've paid most of the mortgage. She'd struggle without me. I didn't realize he was building a narrative. Then I discovered something else. A credit alert. Someone had attempted to open a home equity line of credit against my property. My property. The application listed both our names, but I never signed anything. The bank denied it due to signature inconsistency. When I confronted Daniel, he laughed. You're overreacting. 3 weeks later, I found messages on his tablet. A woman named Erica, not subtle, and one line that made my blood run cold. If she won't cooperate, force her out. You deserve half that house. Force her out. That's when I knew the eviction wasn't emotional. It was strategic. The morning after the notice was served, I called a real estate litigation attorney. Her name was Patricia Gomez. Sharp, direct, no nonsense. First thing she said, pull the deed from the county records, not your copy. The official filing. We went down to the county clerk's office together, requested the latest recorded deed. When the clerk printed it out, my hands were trembling. Owner, Claire Bennett, sole and separate property, recorded 5 years ago. No subsequent transfer. No quitclaim. No joint tenancy filing. Nothing. Patricia raised an eyebrow. So how exactly is he claiming ownership? Then we requested the full title history. That's when something strange appeared. A document had been submitted 6 weeks earlier, a quitclaim deed, transferring 50% interest to Daniel Foster. My signature was on it, except it wasn't. Not really. It was close, but not mine. I felt the air leave my lungs. He didn't just try to evict me. He tried to forge ownership. Patricia leaned back in her chair. Well, she said calmly, this just became fraud. Here's what Daniel didn't know. When I bought the house, my father insisted on one thing: title insurance, full coverage, and an owner's policy protecting against fraudulent conveyance. Patricia contacted the title insurance company immediately. They opened an investigation. Forensic document analysis, signature comparison, notary verification. That's when the next crack appeared. The notary stamp on the quitclaim deed belonged to a notary whose commission had expired 3 months before the filing. Worse, the notary signature didn't match the official registry sample, which meant one of two things. Either the notary committed misconduct, or the document was fabricated entirely. Then came the financial review. Daniel had quietly transferred $42,000 from our joint savings into an account solely under his name, right before filing the eviction claim. Attempted equity theft. Patricia smiled for the first time. He didn't just file the wrong paperwork, she said. He committed multiple violations: forgery, fraudulent conveyance, attempted mortgage fraud, marital asset concealment. The power dynamic flipped in that moment. He thought he was cornering me. He had just handed me leverage. Court day arrived faster than I expected. Daniel walked in confident, suit pressed, Erica sitting behind him. He looked at me like I was already displaced. Then Patricia presented the certified county records, original deed, no legal transfer. Then the forensic report, signature mismatch probability, 97.4, invalid notary commission. Then the title insurance findings, document flagged as fraudulent. The judge leaned forward. Mr. Foster, are you aware that filing a forged deed constitutes criminal fraud? Daniel's confidence cracked. He tried to pivot. It must have been a misunderstanding. Patricia wasn't finished. She submitted bank records showing the $42,000 transfer, attempted home equity application. Text messages referencing force her out. The courtroom went silent. The judge's voice hardened. This court does not tolerate property fraud or manipulation of legal filings. Daniel's eviction request was dismissed immediately. But it didn't stop there. The judge referred the forged deed to the district attorney's office for review, ordered immediate freezing of disputed transferred funds, granted me exclusive occupancy, and scheduled sanctions for bad faith litigation. Erica left the courtroom before the hearing ended. Daniel didn't look at me. For the first time, he looked unsure. The criminal charges didn't materialize into prison time, but they didn't need to. The district attorney pursued a civil fraud settlement. Daniel was ordered to pay legal fees, return misappropriated funds, cover forensic investigation costs. Except a formal fraud finding in civil court, his employer, a financial advisory firm, conducted an internal ethics review after the court referral. He resigned 2 months later. In our divorce proceedings, the attempted fraud heavily influenced asset division. The judge cited bad faith and deceptive conduct. I retained the house in full and no spousal claim no equity split, and the final decree included language protecting my sole ownership permanently. The day everything finalized, I stood in the kitchen. Sunlight through the windows, quiet, stable, secure, the same house he tried to take from me. But now it felt different, stronger, because I knew something I hadn't fully understood before. Ownership isn't just emotional, it's documented, filed, verified, protected. Daniel thought eviction papers would scare me into surrender. He thought intimidation would override documentation. He thought manipulation would rewrite legal reality. He underestimated something critical. I keep records, I understand contracts, and I don't sign what I don't read. 3 months later, I refinanced a loan at a better rate, updated the locks, removed his name from every utility, installed security cameras. Not out of fear, out of clarity. Friends who once believed his version started calling again. Quiet apologies. Reputations shift when court records become public. But I didn't need validation. I needed stability, and I had it. Sometimes betrayal isn't emotional, it's administrative. Sometimes revenge isn't dramatic, it's procedural. He tried to throw me out of my own house. The deed never moved. The records never changed. And when the dust settled, the only thing removed from this property was him. If this story had you shocked, frustrated, or cheering at the end, you're exactly who this channel is for. On betrayal and revenge stories, we expose the lies, uncover the secrets, and deliver the justice most people never see coming. So don't just watch and scroll away. Like this video if you believe the truth always wins. Comment your thoughts. Would you have handled it the same way? And most importantly, subscribe so you never miss the next jaw-dropping betrayal or courtroom comeback. Because around here, the receipts always surface